The pre-existing condition issue is an important issue. There are real people who have concerns about it. But starting with Obama's push to get Obamacare passed, Democrats have hyped and inflated the numbers way beyond the reality. You had some Democrats saying 129 million Americans would be denied insurance if they could deny people with pre-existing conditions. It's more like 1 or 2%, maybe 3% of the market out there, depending on how you do these things. Moreover, a lot of states have had on the books for years prior to Obamacare had regulations preventing discrimination against people with pre-existing conditions. They tend to be in the sort of bluish places where Republican moderates are coming from. And so there's a lot of hyperbole and exaggeration in all of this. Moreover, what state, no one's pointed to the state that is going to want to ask for a waiver to create some sort of Thunderdome-like insurance market in their state, and no one has explained how the HHS is going to grant that waiver. It is a way to create sympathetic poster boys for an issue that is not central, when it used to be the concern was, how can we get the most people the most affordable coverage possible? And that argument seems to have disappeared.
It's important stuff, and you have to read deep to understand it. We found this at ABC News earlier today. Mary Ellis Parks, who I believe is a producer, that's the way she's listed. This is a paragraph as it reads, okay? Under the current bill, states could seek a waiver so insurance companies could discriminate against such people, rate them separately, and charge them much higher premiums. Is that a pejorative?
Well, you could say states could also petition for a waiver where we eat the Irish. It doesn't mean they'll get one. It doesn't mean that it would make smart business sense for the insurance companies to play those games. It doesn't make sense politically that insurance commissioners and governors would, or state legislators would want to do that. And at the same time, there are other subsidies in this legislation and in Obamacare that help poor people pay for insurance to get over these hubs. Again, I have no problem with being concerned about people with pre-existing conditions, but there are a lot of safeguards in the system about it. What I object to is this sort of demagoguery that you have, where people make it sound like millions of people will be thrown to the wolves if this bill passes, when it still has to get through the Senate and it's got to get back to the House.